Jennifer Lynn Alvarez, and today I'm going to talk to you about how the maps for the Guardian Herd series were created. But before that, I want to tell you about this wonderful book I got to read. This is called The Unicorn Quest by Camilla Benko. This is an advanced reader copy of the book, and I had the pleasure of reading it before it's released. It's a little perk of being an author, and it's actually coming out January 30th of this year, so just in a couple weeks. I really enjoyed this book, and I think you will too. It's about Claire and Sophie, who are sisters, and they're in this mysterious mansion, and they find this ladder in a fireplace, and they climb up it and find another world, a magical world. But all the unicorns in that world have disappeared. And then Sophie disappears and Claire has to find her sister. So it's an absolutely magical read, and keep an eye out for it when it is released January 30th. Now I have a giveaway that I'm doing, and I have shout outs, but I wanted to show you how these maps became created. I chose Windborn, which is book 4 in my series, because it has all of the Guardian Herd maps inside. This is Western Anok, and this is where the 5 herds live, okay? And that's in all 4 books. This is a blow-up of the trap, or a close-up view of the trap, which is in Northern Anok. And this map first appears in Landfall. And over here we have the interior of Anok, which shows up in book 4. So the illustrator who did all the covers for the books, he also rendered the maps. But he's never been to Anok, only I have. So I drew them. Then I sent them to him, and then he redrew them better because I'm not an artist, like sadly, at all. This is some of my very best work, okay? So don't laugh. Here is my first ever drawing of Anok. And I drew this on a large piece of sketch paper and pencil, and then I went over it with pen. I'll put it a little closer. I put in as much detail as I could, and I named everything. Okay. Now, if we go, hi. If we go back to the book, here, I really set my camera up at kind of like a weird angle. Okay, here is that map redrawn by David McClellan, our amazing Guardian Herd artist. See, and so he really followed my ideas pretty closely, but made everything look good. So he added all the details and the shading, and really highlighted the 5 herds so that you can tell which is which. Okay, here's the trap. This is what I drew. It's a little bit ripped. This was my first ever drawing of the trap, and I put in where all the different herds were kind of camping out and drew the little pathways between them, and then a couple of landmarks like the Twin Pines and the Spy Tree. I put those in there, and the little lakes and the Hoofbeat Mountain Range. So this is my rendering of the trap. And again, David put in all the details, Mr. McClellan, who's our amazing artist. Now here you can see how messy I am, okay? You should see my brain. Don't judge my work, but yeah, I spilled on this one. Isn't that terrible? I'm more of a big picture gal. So this is my drawing of the interior of Anok, and this map shows up in book 4. This shows where the elders and the foals and the warriors and how they were kept separately in the Valley of Windherd. So you have to read book 4 to really understand this map. And that looks like coffee, and I'm really bummed that I spilled on this map. Anyway. So there you go. And then you can see there at the bottom, I drew the dark water. I made this map many years ago. I wish I had dated it. And then the southern continent. And this was long before I wrote Riders of the Realm. But I wanted to show that there are other continents in this world. And as you know, some of the Pegasi get to go there. And that is in this book, Riders of the Realm, which comes out May 1st. And you don't have to have read The Guardian Herd to read this. You can just jump in and see what happens to these Pegasi who cross the dark water, travel to a new land, some of them get captured by humans, and of course the humans want to tame them, they don't want to be tamed, and you can read what happens next in the first book, which is again coming out May 1st, 2018. So I hope you enjoyed seeing the maps that I drew, and I have a writer's tip for you. So if you're writing fantasy, or even if you're writing about a real place, it's very helpful to have a map as you keep track of the characters as they travel around. You'll know if they're going east or west or north. You'll know about how far things are and how to explain that to the reader. The less confused you are, the less confused your reader will be. So what I recommend, if you're writing fantasy, draw a map of your world. It's really fun to do it, and it will really help organize your brain about this place that you've created. And if you're writing about a real place, get a map of that place and use it as a reference point when you're writing your book. Make sure that what you're writing is true to life. So that's my tip for the month. Okay, it's time for shout outs. Olivia would like to say happy birthday to a little girl named Salome who is going to have a birthday on January 30th, the day Unicorn Quest comes out. Oh, also, Camilla Benko is doing a big pre-order giveaway, so I will put a link to that in the description on YouTube, just in case you're interested, okay? Also, happy birthday to Haley in South Africa. She turned 12 on January 13th. Also, big congratulations to Haley on her new horse named Suncatcher. I absolutely love that name. I hope you're enjoying Suncatcher. Sophia B., also known as Rainfeather, had a birthday on January 5th, so happy birthday, Rainfeather. I hope it was wonderful. Caitlin is turning 9 on February 1st. Happy birthday, Caitlin. Sasha wants to say a big happy birthday to her sister, Hope. Hope will be turning 11 on January 2nd. And Michael P. would love to give a birthday shout out to his brother, Noel. So happy birthday, Noel, from Michael. All right, now let's get to the giveaway. All right, and the winner is Natasha C. Congratulations, Natasha. You can let me know if you would like I have 2 writing journals. One has Windborne and one has Riders of the Realm. Or you can choose a Windborne book bag, which has the cover on one side and the map that we talked about on the back. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments if there's more you want to know about The Guardian Herd. If you have specific questions about being an author, about me writing the books, about the characters, if you want to hear more about a certain character or anything, if you have questions, please let me know, and I'd be happy to start answering those in these videos. Also, I just want to let you guys know, I read every single letter I get. I am quite behind on answering the letters, however. So please email me because I am much quicker on email. So I'm sorry about that, and thank you for putting up with me. Oh, hi Roxy. So that's all I have this month. I look forward to getting your questions and answering them in future videos, and I will see you all next month in February. Adios. I forgot something. Check out my interview with Camilla Benko, who wrote Unicorn Quest, and this month's edition of Have You Heard, my electronic free newsletter that goes out on the same day as this video, okay? I will put a link in the description on YouTube so you can check it out.